Welcome to the farm.
Welcome back to the farm. I'm Justin, and in this video we're gonna work on that rock bucket some more. It is so close to being done. And in the last video, basically said the welding was done, and for the most part it's done. I mean, it's a complete unit, ready to go. There's just one other thing I want to take care of before we go ahead and paint, and it's strictly just a cosmetic thing for my own personal preference. So on the top edge of the bucket here, I got all this welded in, and it kind of created a little recessed cavity in here. So what I want to do is I want to fill that in with weld and then grind it down just to give this a nice smooth top. Just because I think it's going to look better, and for future of this bucket, I think it'll help in the long run. I got the weld done all the way across the top. This is what the weld looks like with the flux core after I'm done welding. It's got all this, I don't know what to call the proper term, slag. It's not really slag, it's the protective coating over the weld. So what I'll do is I'll take my wire wheel on my grinder, buff this all out quick, and then I'll show you what the welds look like. So here's how the welds turned out. I think they turned out pretty well, especially with how big of a void I was filling on the bucket here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my big grinder, grind this down, let's get it as flat as I can, and then there's some low spots that I can see. I'll hit those with the welder, fill them in, and grind again. Okay, so I got that all ground down and filled in and flapped and as smooth as I am going to get it. It's not perfectly smooth, but it looks pretty nice. Hopefully once paint goes on it'll look okay. And yeah, let's get all this metalwork stuff cleaned up, and then we can start prepping for paint. Oh man, I am so excited. So I got the bucket back up on the bench here. Time to get ready for paint. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a wire brush, give it a quick brush off, and then I'm going to take some acetone and just kind of give it a good wipe down, try to get all the oils and dirt off so the paint adheres a little bit better. got the whole thing cleaned up and wiped down as best I can. And you can tell by the rag, this used to be white. That's why I went ahead and did that step, just to try to get these oils and rust and whatever else off, so the paint actually adheres. I'm sure some of you are wondering why I'm taking all this time to paint it when I'm just going to be bashing into rocks and stuff anyway. The whole thing won't be bashed into rocks. Like the top edge here won't be, and then whatever I can protect and keep paint on will be better in the long run. It'll just help the longevity of the rock bucket. All right, I think we're ready for some paint. I'm gonna do probably 2 coats of primer. It's I got a rust reformer because the stuff's been sitting in the barn for a while because it took me a long time to get this project done, and so I'm starting to get a little bit of surface rust. I did brush it real good and again wipe it down with the acetone, try to get some of that rust off, but it's still a little bit there, so we'll see how this stuff works. Well, I think just that little bit's already starting to look pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this primer done, and we'll catch up with you then. I got the first coat of primer on, and it's gonna end up being the only coat of primer because I'm out of primer. But 2 cans, thinking it would go further than it did, and it didn't. But I was able to hit like the welds and some of the bare metal spots twice, so that's really the important part. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab the paint, and we'll start laying some paint on top of this. So I got the first coat of actual implement paint on it, and it's looking awesome. I'm so happy with it. I'm going to let this paint set for 15 minutes, half hour, according to the can. Then I'll come back and I'll hit another coat. I'll probably do, that 1 can actually covered the whole bucket. So I'll probably do, I got 4 cans, maybe 2 more coats. I have enough for 3. We'll see how it looks after another 2. So I'll knock out those 2 coats and I'll catch up with you when I'm all done. We've reached the point. It's done! It's finally done! Man, that took forever. Well, I guess when you can't work on it consistently and you can only work on it when you have time, usually a couple hours here and there, it's going to take a while, especially a project this big. So I've decided, since I have to wait to play with it, you guys are going to have to wait to see it in action in another video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us grow and reach more people. And we're really looking forward to doing that. So thank you for doing that. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.